Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Sample of an alien.
The remains researched belong to an organism now dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog. It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the Suidae family. Research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Nutrients.
This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available. This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
Well then. I was exploring, and I just so happened to have died for the first time. So let's go get my body. So what do I drop? I drop everything other than my equipment. Okay. I don't even know if this taser thing will even be able to damage this flower. So I recorded a whole session at one point, but somehow or another the audio got corrupted. Again. Yeah. Anyway, I ended up finding this weird orb thing and this creature, and another weird orb thing surrounded by mushrooms, which was interesting. I did a little bit of researching as well, the primary two I have here. So, yeah. Alright. We have all set to do this upgrade, which will give us quite a bit of things. But mainly, the goal to have is the assembler.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fixit Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skills.
I see. Well then. So, I wanted to do a full tour of the factory that I've created, as I think I have a kind of style and look that I want to be playing with. The first thing you're going to notice is, no, I don't care about where the wires are going. That's a big thing with this. I wanted one chaos element, and I decided the chaos element was going to be the wires, because that fits the rest of the tone that I'm going for. Everything is organized into individual squares and subsection areas. So this whole area is my copper manufacturing area, with a few storage units and that kind of thing. The copper is refined in the copper refining area. Each refinement unit has 2 different refineries within it. So you can see here, this is what I've decided is going to be my refinery unit. The raw materials go up into there, go into each of the individual refiners, and then go into the storage unit in the center there. After that, they can be exited out through that direction, and wherever I need them to be. This, I have 2 versions of this as well. This is what I have being the crafting area. So this is everything that I can majorly craft using copper, and then above it is something that I craft using copper wire. So the wire itself is being crafted up there, while the copper is down here. I think I currently have this off, though, don't I? Yeah, I currently have that off, because this was running very low, and I would like to have copper wire. Over here we have, actually let's start in order, shall we? Over here you'll see the same smeltery unit as before, but this time it's for iron. This was actually made first before the copper one. And how are we doing on iron, by the way? Let's check. Oh, well, we're out of iron. But that's okay because of the fact that it's being made into iron rods, iron plates, and up here we have screws or nails, or what are these things called? Screws. Screws, yeah. We're making them into screws. Over here we have the little mini module for making concrete. This is just being fed directly from the limestone deposit into here, the concrete storage area. This has actually been running for a very long time and still only has that much, probably because I'm taking from it so much. And then we have the power grid, which you saw a little bit of in the last clip. You have this whole area which ends up taking all of the biomass and throwing it into all of the individual biomass burners. This is actually really effective. I'm actually really proud of this whole system because of the fact that I'm able to overdo the amount of biomass I'm able to overdo the biomass burners as I please. So right now I have 2 extra that can be plugged into whatever I'm going to be doing next. And once I get, I believe it's the chainsaw that can take down trees, I will be able to put down 2 more here and here. That will make it so that I can continue on and make this factory better. What I would love to be able to do, and you're seeing a little bit of this already, is to build up with some of these towers. I would like to keep all of the copper stuff and all of the copper adjacent stuff continuing to be plugged into this primary thing, and then all of the iron or iron adjacent stuff being plugged into this and or that primary thing. I don't know how realistic that is, but I have figured out a system like this. It's just, it looks a little bit janky, just sort of, see, you have the pillars and that kind of thing, and then with this one I was experimenting with the idea of actually having that pillared up on top, and for storage, having storage pillared up on top of each other, but that doesn't quite work. So I'll probably be trying to figure out what I actually want this to look like. I could move that down maybe, and then no, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm moving on to tier 2 in the next episode. So until next time, I hope you have an amazing rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, or night. And this is the Bedrock Gentleman signing off.